guys, it's Ree, and today we are going to be doing the first book-to-movie adaptation review. If you didn't know, I have a Goodreads group, and I'm going to put the link down below, and it's where we read 50 book-to-movie adaptations throughout the year, and we just finished with book number 1, or movie number 1, whatever, and it was Confessions of a Shopaholic. And actually, I didn't know this at first, but this movie adaptation is from the first and second book of the series, which is Confessions of a Shopaholic and Shopaholic Takes Manhattan. But if I knew that, I would have put both books in the schedule, but I couldn't do anything about that. But let's just get started with what my thoughts about the adaptation and the book, or at least the adaptation were. There is going to be a few spoilers, most likely, in this review, so if you don't want to be spoiled, I do have a review on it on my book blog, and that will be down below as well. But yeah, let's just get started. It's funny because in this movie adaptation, they changed a lot out of the book. Actually, a lot of the scenarios that were in the movie were not in the book as well. But in my opinion, it was still a good book-to-movie adaptation. They didn't really stick to the book that well. They did get a lot of references in the book, right? And, I don't know, I think they did a really good job. They kept Becky's character really true to herself as she was in the book, and that was really good. She's still irresponsible, and she spends so much money, and she's in really, really bad debt, which, I mean, is her character in the book. So I think they stuck sort of true to the book, without actually following it like the events as it should be. They did change the genre of it. In the books, the genre is more chick lit, as in the movie, they changed it to more of a romantic comedy. They had to have Luke more present in the movie to make him a little bit more accessible throughout it. I don't think it would have worked very well if they kept Luke in the position that he was in the book, instead of keep changing him to Becky's boss in the movie. And let's go into some of the characters. They changed a few of the characters as well. So let's start with Alicia. Alicia was more present in the second book, I think, and she's more of a competitor and an antagonist in the second book, and I think they had to up her a little bit just to make Becky feel threatened and add a little bit more of a controversy. Takrin or whatever, however you say his name, in the book, he is Suze's cousin, and in the movie, it's Suze's fiance. And it's kind of a weird, wonky shift from cousin to fiance, but it still brings that reference from the books. And they needed the wedding, which didn't happen in the first book. They needed that wedding to have the whole maid of honor dress fiasco to happen between Suze and Bex's relationship as a friendship. Yeah. I did like how they kept the whole girl in the green scarf thing, because in the books, every time she saw an interesting piece of clothing, she would say, like, I could be known as the girl in the white coat, or the gray cardigan, or that one top. Yeah, I'm very good at that, aren't I? And the January sales in the banks are actually one of Becky's actual thoughts in the book as well, so I thought that was a nice tie-in. The one character that they really did change is Derek Smith. In the book, he is a bank manager, and he does harangue her about it. That's just because she's being immature, but once she buckles down and actually pays her bills, he's actually, human. He's down to earth. He's an actually good guy. But in the movie, he's like a nightmare. He is what all people in debt fear. He's cruel, and he just loves to, he's a monster. Like, he'll do anything to make it very uncomfortable, like in extreme ends. So that was kind of cool. I think what they did is they got two villains, or two villains from the books, one from each book, and they combined it into the Derek Smith character in the film. It worked for the movie. He did get what he deserved in the end in the movie, and he was an excellent villain, so I actually really enjoyed seeing the evil Derek Smith, but it's just, it was kind of weird to see that after reading the book. And the ending also was from Shopaholic Takes Manhattan, instead of the Confessions of a Shopaholic, which is alright because I did say it seemed to be a combination of the two books, so it worked out in the end. Either way, I actually enjoyed the movie a little bit more than I enjoyed the book. I guess it's because, I don't know, she just seemed a little bit more insecure and irresponsible in the books, and I really wanted to strangle her, and I guess because I was reading it took a little bit longer. I had to deal with her, so moderation was key, possibly, I don't know. But I wanted to strangle her either way in book and movie adaptation, so I think it was actually a really good job. But yeah, that's it for today's video. That's pretty much it. I don't have that much more to say, but I'll see you next time with another video.